That's what you call a blown spark plug. If you have one of these Ford Triton motors, especially the 2 valve, even the 3 valves, it's gonna happen. This is how you fix that. Really easy. You just turn the key off. Spark plug blew out on the 5.4 Ford Triton. Here's that spark plug once it came out of there. Can you see the threads on the tip of that spark plug there? A little jacked up, I'd say. If you own a Ford, you need to also own this Calvan spark plug insertion kit. What comes with this thing? Spark plug. Some people call them the coils. I don't know what you call that. It's an insert. It screws in there. But anyways, basically comes with this drill bit, but actually it's really a reamer. The reason it's a reamer is if you look at the tips, they're all beveled back. So this is only going to take out those old threads where the old spark plug was. Cool thing about this kit, it slides down in the old spark plug hole, just like that. Now everything is perfectly lined up exactly where it needs to be. Drop this in there. Bevel out all your pieces. Then this is a threader. Put your lock key on there, and what that does is it doesn't allow you to go past where you need to go, because you only need a thread so deep down in that darn cylinder. And then yeah, so that's this thing, like I said, it goes down in the cylinder. Down there, it keeps everything exactly where it needs to be. You can't be off at an angle. So then you put your new threads in, and then this is your new insert. This will screw into that old spot right where you just rethreaded. You want to put some red thread locker, and I'm going to put some JB Welder on the top to help that seal up really, really good. That way you're not having any gases get by. That's the biggest deal here. You don't want any of those high compression, high temp gases coming through. It'll burn your coil out. The cool thing about these versus the helicoils that you'll notice is if you look at the Ford spark plugs, they got a beveled edge right there. And on the inside of here, it's got that beveled edge to really match up with that spark plug. So this system here, I've not used one, but I did a ton of research, and this is the best system out here for fixing this. This Calvan toolkit is like 220 bucks. It's pretty expensive, but you know what? Pay to take a head off and in and get it re-honed and fixed. This shouldn't take more than an hour to do. Maybe 20 minutes if you've done a few of them. This little deal here goes down in that cylinder where your spark plug blew out. Make sure that all your valves are closed at dead bottom center. Air on it, open up that valve. This will pop out. That tells you all your valves are closed, keeping all the threads and chunks out. Very important to blow all that stuff out really good. Yada, yada, yada. I could talk about this all day. Let's get started. That guide I was telling you about, you just slip it down in here. And there's a guide. See. In order for everything to work out, and you just screw it down and it'll end up falling right on through. I drilled it down in there. All my ratchets were broke, so I had to use a dang electric impact. Was all I had to do that with, and it worked pretty good. Take that out. There's gonna be a lot of nasty shavings down in there right now. Let's go look down in that hole that we're just in that spark plug hole there. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that's right where all the old threads were that held the spark plug. And we get down inside of our cylinder here. Oh yeah, that's pretty. All that metal inside of a cylinder. Gosh, we're gonna try to blow that out, ream it, and then we'll blow it out again. Plug everything up that could get anything in it, and we're gonna blow like crazy. This little thing right here, it's not gonna work very good for you. So I can make a longer metal one, but I just messed around with this thing, and it's just a little rubber hose that goes over the top. If you want to be careful, because you can't blow these hoses pretty easy. But man, that hose gets down in there and that stuff really comes out. So check this out. Having that hose so the air pressure is down in the hole makes a huge difference. You see all that stuff coming out? That little hose is awesome. Man, look at all that coming out. Oh. Back in the hole, hose. Let's go down in that hole. See what we can see down in there. Oh yeah, well, there's still a few down in there. We got a large majority of them out, I would say. Here's the tapping part. The tap, you use the same guide. That guide is critical, man. That's what makes this whole thing work. It comes with this little moon clip. Put it on the side closest to the hex, so the top side. Right there, which I guess, there. So I guess I don't know why there's one on the bottom, but that's what it says to do, is put it on the hex side, so we're gonna put it on the hex side. Okay, here we go. Sit that down in there. This slides in and out of that guide, obviously, but I like to wiggle it around, make sure that guide's down there about as far as we can get it, because you really want that settled down on the bottom there good. So this is where that guide is just absolutely critical, man, because that's gonna fit down that hole and keep everything straight and aligned. Time to bring in a little bit of a different negotiating tool here. Okay, that should be that. All right, party on, Wayne. So here we go. Going down the hole. Let's see if we can check out these threads. Some threads there now for sure. And it's full of shavings again. Yay. That's okay though. We'll get all that blown out. When that hose is down in there, it's going every which way, so it really blows that stuff out good. Watch this. Ah, damn it. So here's the spark plug I got with my spark plug wrench on it. Here's the insert. I did put a little bit of anti-seize on the spark plug just for future hopeful prevention. I didn't use any oil tapping that thing. The reason why is I want a nice clean surface for this stuff here. This is red thread locker, sticker on there. And then you just stick it in the hole and screw it down. 17 foot-pounds. Okay, now that we got our hole all nice and blown out, it's time to stick this spark plug down the hole. And the insert is what will go into the threads and stay with the motor. Hopefully forever and ever and ever. And then give her about 17 foot-pounds. That's about 17 foot-pounds. You guys are gonna get a kick out of this, as with almost every job. Okay, so I got the endoscope down there. I wanna show you something. I did get my spark plug wrench off, but look what's stuck on the top of my spark plug. Let's see if I can get you guys. It's the rubber thingy that holds it. What a pain in the butt. Well, darn sure put this thing through the paces. This Calavan spark plug kit right here, this was where it's at. If you have a 2-valve Ford and you have a spark plug blown out, get one of these things. Like I said, for the 2-valve, you need the 38900. I'll put a link in there for it. I know you can get these on Amazon. It's where I got this one. I'll just put a link to where I got that one for you. And this little doohickey here, this was the cheapest one I could find on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks. It's the endoscope, critical tool for this project. Plan like $250 to get it fixed. One thing about this one, I'll put a link on this one too. I was cussing it like crazy until I figured out you basically just have to leave it plugged in. If you're going to the Wi-Fi system like through an iPhone or something, get an extension cord out and leave it plugged in so it'll charge up the entire time. That is the key to this little deal working. That's how you do it. Let's start this puppy up and see if it makes that horrific sound that it made when we came in. Well, I'd say that definitely works better than when we pulled it in. On this channel, there's always stuff going on. Half the time, I don't know what's gonna happen from day to day. If you enjoyed what we did here, there's gonna be a lot more fixes on the Fords, the Chevys, tractors, all kinds of stuff. We're always fixing something about every day. If you're into that stuff, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Take it easy, I'll see you around.